Sometimes we enter a place once inhabited by great beings, who are no longer present today, and we can imagine hearing them, seeing them once again, descending the stairs or appearing at a window. The spirit of these people seems to forever protect and nurture these sacred spaces. Few houses could weave quite such a remarkable tale as the large stone structure towering on a hill overlooking Paris. This house was the home and the spiritual center of Pir Murshid Hazrat Inayat Khan, who brought Sufism to the West. He left his native India in 1910 to travel through America and Europe, accompanied by his brothers and his cousin, and later also by his American wife and 4 children, all the while spreading his Sufi message of love, harmony, and beauty. He finally settled here in this house that, thanks to the generosity of one of his followers, Petronella Echling, he was able to purchase. In gratitude, he named his disciple Fazal Manzil, which signifies Blessed Mother, and called the house Fazal Manzil, which means House of Blessing, a place that provided a base for his work and the long-sought security for his family. Inayat Khan's choice of this location in Suresnes appears to have had historic significance. The name Suresnes pertains to a Celtic goddess and is derived from the Celtic word for spring. In the 5th century, a young shepherdess, Saint Geneviève, discovered a source, and the spring above Suresnes developed into a place of pilgrimage and healing, especially for the blind who hoped its waters would restore their eyesight. Legend has it that the healing spring runs under this house. Inayat Khan confirmed that this spot held much magnetism, and he referred to the location of Fazal Manzil as a place of pilgrimage. So Fazal Manzil became the family home, an open house full of music and meditation, with Sufis visiting through the year, the magnetic center in which Inayat Khan developed his work with an unparalleled intensity. Let us imagine for a moment what this home of musicians must have been like. Inayat Khan was one of the greatest veena players of India. One can almost still hear him playing and singing along with his 2 brothers, Mahabub and Musharraf, and his cousin Ali. The children growing up surrounded by music, becoming a quartet of harp, cello, violin, and piano. Here was the Sufi garden. These pictures convey the unique atmosphere that people experienced during the summer school. Hundreds of students met here, seekers who came from all parts of the globe. Inayat Khan once had a dream in Fazal Manzil, in which 4 great beings were meditating back to back, each one gazing out towards the universe. That's how the sanctuary of the Universel took shape in his mind. On September 13, 1926, he laid the foundation stone for the Universel in the grounds of the Sufi garden. Shortly thereafter, Inayat Khan travelled back to visit his native India, a voyage from which, tragically, he did not return. Following his premature death in 1927, and despite the grief that shook the whole family and his followers, The flame lit by Pir Murshid Hazrat Inayat Khan continued to burn, and Sufi activities continued to take place at the house through the guidance of Inayat Khan's brothers and cousin. When France was occupied in 1940, Inayat Khan's eldest daughter, Noor, and his son, Vilayat, decided to resist the enemy. Vilayat joined the British Navy, while Noor became widely known for her courageous activities as a British spy. Despite overwhelming risks, Noor carried out a highly dangerous mission as a radio operator within the resistance in Paris for several months. Unfortunately, she was betrayed, arrested, and executed. Fazal Manzil also became well known as the home of this heroic woman. After the war, the surviving children returned to live in the family home once more. Pir Vilayat added 2 structures to the property: the Khanka, a large glass conservatory that serves as a place for meetings, lectures, and spiritual practices, and the sanctuary of l'Universel, built as a memorial to Noor's life. The foundation stone laid by her father in 1926 stands within it. Following in the footsteps of the medieval pilgrims to St. Geneviève Spring, hoping to regain their sight, Fazal Manzil has served as a living source of enlightenment and healing, and a beacon in the darkness for those seeking the light. For people from all walks of life, from all faiths and denominations, for all those who are inspired by the universal message of Pir Murshid Hazrat Inayat Khan. Today, Fazal Manzil also serves as the part-time home and a center of activities of the present Sufi leader, Pir Zia, grandson of Inayat Khan. The surroundings may have changed, but the flame is still burning. Funds are urgently needed to renovate this house of blessing, and people throughout the world are coming together to support its renewal and transformation into an attractive and vibrant center. With your help, the house will contain a museum, research center. The Khanka will become a renovated, accessible space for seminars, retreats, meetings, musical events, and more. A library has already been created, and it is hoped to add a media room. Here in the Oriental Room, Inayat Khan practiced meditation, initiated disciples, and held personal meetings with his followers. May this light continue to shine out into the world. Let the dream of Hazrat Inayat Khan come true. Help us to preserve Fazal Manzil and to prepare it for a new era of Pir Murshid Hazrat Inayat Khan's teachings of love, harmony, and beauty.
My steps were set, I drank the enchanted wine. My soul was filled with light, my heart with love. My humble body, Allah's hope.